God save the King!
Hello viewer, I'm Mark Anthony and this is the UKCL Open Mic Podcast. So today we're going to talk about the British monarch coming to Kenya. They're supposed to be arriving here on Tuesday, and basically I have my two guests here today and we're going to discuss about this. So they may start by introducing themselves, starting from...
My name is Maurice.
Yeah.
I'm a student. I'm pursuing political science, and this might be a very good platform to express my views. Thank you.
For me, I'm Sete Emmanuel. I'm also a student pursuing journalism and digital media, and I'm privileged to be in this panel discussion.
Yes, thank you very much, by the way, for gracing my platform today. And I'm so happy to have you. You being my one of my first guests in this show. Okay, so to begin, King Charles of England and Queen Camila are supposed to be coming to Kenya on Tuesday. And it's something that we've been waiting for a very long time, because when they got power, they actually gave their statements and say that the second country they will be visiting, actually after France, is Kenya. And that's putting Kenya on a pedestal, obviously, because this is somebody who is known worldwide and stuff, and he holds a very superior role in the world. Knowing about the British colonialism and how they almost owned 3/4 of the world at some point. But let's get back to our country. So King Charles is coming to Kenya. This obviously must have reasons, because he's head of state. The fact that he's head of state, he should be coming with goodies or something for us as Kenya. And the fact that we have a relation with UK, we have some kind of relations with them. Yes, they seem cordial, but do you think him coming to Kenya signifies that this relationship will be stronger? Because Queen Elizabeth loved Kenya. Will King Charles also come with goodies?
First of all, thank you for that question. First of all, I would like to take that question on this view. In primary school, we used to study about the British Kingdom. We didn't know. We just heard that they colonized us, and we have heard that story. Now that they're coming to our country. First of all, I think it's a big move for Kenya.
Yes.
Britain is a big country.
Exactly.
They have big, trade treaties with other countries.
Yes, big countries
So
in the world.
coming to Kenya is a big initial. I can say it's a big move for Kenya.
Yes.
Because it will put us to the map. And King Charles, when it comes to Kenya, we have the tourism bodies open.
Yeah.
So it's a big move for us.
Yeah, it will bolster Kenya's tourism.
Exactly.
What do you think about this?
So, first of all, I think that him coming to Kenya, I remember, I just hope that this won't happen again, because the last time that Queen Elizabeth visited Kenya, her father died.
Yes.
just
Quite unfortunate.
nothing else will happen like that. And also that King Charles acts as the head of state, like he's above the president.
Yes, above.
But I think him coming
Prime
to visit
Minister.
Kenya will cement the relationship with the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of a good move.
Yes, and it's good to pinpoint that Rishi Sunak also has roots in Kenya. And that brings me to the second question, bilateral trade. Kenya has been importing more than it exports to the UK. Because we export a little, but we import so much from the UK. There's a trade deficit. Do you think this is going to bridge that gap?
First of all, I would like to pinpoint a point from that question.
Yes.
If you look, Kenya has the main export that we take to
UK. Yes.
is tea.
Yes, tea.
And recently we have had the scandals in the tea farm.
Yes, a lot.
So them coming to Kenya, I think it should actually bring that point of what are they going to do to the tea industry.
Yes,
exactly. So the tea industry is the main focus right now that I think should be focused on.
Yes.
Maybe if they're coming,
Yeah.
the president has the opportunity,
Yes.
should take, because I remember President Ruto's
Agenda.
agenda was mainly agriculture
Yeah.
and everything. The tea industry is a big industry in Kenya.
Yes.
So if they decided to focus on that, it's going to be a big deal.
So it's going to be a good connection between Ruto's agenda and bilateral relations between UK and Kenya. And Lemo, on the same, I'd like to ask you on the Matatu culture CEO. So this guy has been commissioned. He was commissioned some months ago in preparation to this visit, obviously. That is to make some Matatus that are going to be used in the convoy of Prince Charles. Do you think this is Prince Charles showing appreciation for Kenyan culture?
Yeah, thank you for that question. When I looked and when I did my research about the Matwana culture, as it's called, in Kenya, it only exists in Kenya. And even our neighboring communities, Tanzania, Uganda, they don't have anything like that. So maybe this might be positive. Maybe they may think of the same, inheriting our culture and installing it on their system, maybe in the UK, and maybe, who knows, maybe in some years time we shall see Matatus in Britain.
Yes, Matatus in Britain, and that's a very good thing to look at. Nganya in Britain. It will be a very good spectacle for Kenya. And Kenya is known worldwide, and if that adds on to our reputation outside there, on to the second last question, actually, Ruto has been pro-West. And since he came into power, he has shown us that he has Western leanings. When it comes to economic leanings in the world, he's going with the West. He's not going with the East. And he has shown that even when the BRICS came to South Africa, he didn't attend the meeting. When the Russian president called African countries to Russia, he didn't attend that meeting. Do you think this is the reason why the king has come to Kenya? Because the king also represents the West.
So I think Ruto is, in a way, committing or rubber stamping the meaning of loyalty.
Yes.
And even in friendship or anything, loyalty is a big thing.
Exactly.
Remember, the West has been funding us a lot.
Since independence.
So if he decides that his government is going to go backwards or moving to the East a lot, to break that.
Giving that the former president and the immediate former president also was like, they were pro-West, but Kibaki had this leaning with China a bit toward the end of his term. Since independence, we've been we adopted English like immediately. Like in East Africa, we are the country that took English to another level, and it's even known that Kenyan English is one of the best in the world, if not the best in Africa. Because the others have accent and everything, but ours is a little bit of a straightforward English and everything. It's easy to understand. Do you think it's time we reflect on our culture as a country and put Kiswahili on a pedestal? Like, give Kiswahili what it deserves, the respect it deserves.
I think what happened when colonizers came to Africa. They denied us religion. They denied us culture. When they went back to their countries of origin, they took our culture and they took the whole system and gave us a new one. And I think English is one of the most spoken languages in the world. And so I think it's a good thing, when you go to a place, you can talk with because even in China they have English and something. It's good because when you go to some place and you don't know anybody, but you still talk and you're being heard. I think that's a good thing, because Swahili is kind of limited. Even though I saw Russia, there are some countries.
Russia, Germany, they're trying to bring it up.
They're trying to teach Swahili, but it's kind of hard.
Limited to some extent.
I think if we just stick to English, that's better.
You also believe that.
And also, to draw you back a little bit, about trust and all that. I think about Ruto going to East rather than to West. I think I'll summarize it by saying that trust is earned, it's not given.
So the West earned Ruto's trust. What do you think about the issue on Kiswahili?
I think it's time we embrace Kiswahili. Kiswahili kitukuzwe. So I'm going to just give not a lot of credit on that, but I think Kiswahili should just be embraced. Kitu yetu.
And it's also true that even though I'm saying we should embrace Kiswahili myself, we've done an English conversation here. We've not even done a little bit of a lingua franca mixing here, but it was good having you guys here. Thank you very much for gracing my show again. Asanteni sana.
You're welcome.